There seems to be a lot of misconception with many people in northern Arizona about AZTV. They think it's a community access station when it's really a statewide network. We're at the Prescott studios of AZTV. We're going to talk with their general manager and straighten out this misnomer. I'm sitting on the set with Rich Howe. He's the general manager of AZTV. Good morning, Rich. How are you?
Jeff.
It's funny I say good morning because we're sitting on the set of Morning Scramble.
We are.
I'm stealing it from them.
They've loaned us the set for a few minutes and we're most grateful.
We have a common misconception up here in northern Arizona, which a lot of people think that AZTV is community access because of the number 13, but why don't we straighten out that misnomer?
Well, let's do that. The number 13 is on there because we're also on cable 13 down in the Valley of the Sun with Cox and a number of other cable systems. And since the majority of our audience comes from Maricopa County, simply because that's where most of the people live, we put that up there. But we are not the local access channel here in Prescott. That's a separate entity. We are a broadcast television station and have been so for a little over 30 years now.
With a rich history in Arizona spanning over 30 years, AZTV has something for everyone. On its main channel, 7 or 13 on some cable providers, you can find the best in quality programming, from the hilarity of Seinfeld to the warm and wonderful personality of Rachel Ray.
You've been with AZTV for a long time.
Yeah.
Tell us a little history about AZTV.
Well, again, we started on the air September 5th, 1982. And at that time, this was the smallest independent television station in the United States.
However, now it's joined forces with the Phoenix market, and you've got statewide coverage. Why don't you give us an idea of the coverage that you have?
That kind of coverage now has made us from one of the smallest independents in the country to one of the largest. We cover what we call the Phoenix DMA, the demographic area that broadcast television stations licensed to Phoenix are supposed to cover based on FCC contours. So we cover just about everything from the Utah state line down to about Casa Grande in Pinal County, and from the New Mexico line in eastern Arizona to the Colorado River in the west. Pretty big chunk of territory.
That's a big chunk of territory.
Yes, yes.
And you've got some mighty fine programming on your station.
We do, and of course you mentioned the Morning Scramble, which is our live local program every morning at 8 o'clock starting in Phoenix with Pat McMahon. And then we switch up to Prescott at 8:30 with Tanya Mock. It's all one program. It's live and local from 2 different studios, which makes it kind of a unique program.
So it's a challenge every morning, I'm sure, to produce that show.
That's the name, Morning Scramble.
There you go. You're scrambling around. But you've also, I mean, I watch at night. You've got some of the good old greats. You've got Seinfeld. You've got
Frasier, Cheers, MASH. Game shows very popular from 6 to 8 every evening with Family Feud and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I do.
Yeah. And then we're the only television station in the country that has put Rachel Ray in prime time. And we've put her there from 8 to 9, Monday through Friday, and she's doing great in that time period. I wouldn't be surprised if this fall other stations pick up on that and move her into prime.
Tell us kind of what's in the future for AZTV.
Well, we're continuing to expand. Of course, you know, Jeff, we, along with every other television station in the country, went high definition a few years ago. So we're continuing to expand upon that, and more of our programming now is in high definition as opposed to standard definition. We want to continue to do that. We also want to continue to broaden our horizons because we're digital with our secondary channels. In the digital world, we can put more than one video stream onto Channel 7. So our Channel 7.1 is the primary station we've been talking about today. Our Channel 7.2 is Me TV, which, you know, you talk about classic television, that's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week of the Lucy's and Andy's and the Westerns in the afternoon with Bonanza and Gunsmoke, and in the evening with Dick Van Dyke and Mary Tyler Moore and all of the great television shows from yesteryear. And then our Channel 7.3 is 24/7 the Home Shopping Network. So we have a variety of entertaining programs on 3 different video streams, all coming through on Channel 7.
Well, hopefully we've straightened out the misnomer here.
I sure hope so, Jeff. Thank you for helping to solve the mystery.
And of course, you can catch Meet the Merchants. Where else but AZTV? Thanks, Rich. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff.
No matter what you're looking for in quality programming, AZTV has a menu to satisfy your tastes. So be sure to keep your television tuned to AZTV, Channel 7, or Channel 13 on some cable providers. That's AZTV, Arizona's own television superstation.